I did one on layer cake, and I rarely do I watch my videos because to me they'd be boring. It's just the same conversation that I've already had with y'all, but why would I rewatch it? But I just did because I was going through all my subscriptions, and I do subscribe to my own channel, and I just started watching it, and I realized that the 698, there it is. I forgot to click it. I was like, how come that's not 698? Remember we said it's got the 86 in it? 86 means to get rid of. You see the 698? Let's go back to my Groundhog Day divorce. 2 times 2 times 2009. Well, there's 33 days in the year. It's on the 33rd day, Groundhog Day is, with 332 left to go. So that's a future tense number. 332 times that year, 2009. 666 and an 88 at the end. Like I've told you, everything about my life. My first home when I came home from the hospital. My first address was 404 Lime Street, 404 verses in Revelation. What do? Nothing but Daniel and Revelation. I had a 357 Magnum gun, stolen while I was about to get married. How many verses in Revelation? 357. We were getting the house redone, gutted. And but anyway, the divorce, Groundhog Day, 2009. 332 days left in the year. Remember, that's their big numbers, 33 and 32. But these are all God's numbers. This is God's script. I create evil, I create darkness, I, the Lord, do all these things. Because it's all about what he said in Proverbs 4. I create evil for the day of evil, which is the abomination of desolation. I butchered that verse. I can never remember it precisely. Exactly. But Proverbs 16:4, this is all about getting to the abomination of desolation that Jesus spoke about. You got to get to that day. The Lord have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Well, that's the abomination of desolation. Yeah, Mystery Babylon has their numbers, but these are all God's numbers. This is God's world. We're just living in it, people. In Isaiah 45:7, I form the light, create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. This is his world. The evil world is just, Satan is the agent that does the dirty work for God. This is God's movie we're all living in. He wrote his movie before the earth was formed. Well, then he came and did cameo appearance, playing God the Father in the Old Testament, and then Jesus in the New Testament. But the word was written before anything was. That's John 1:1 through verse 3. So yeah, you go back to the Lord ordained I would be divorced on that day. 332 days left in the year. So you go future tense, key in just the 322 times 2009, and you get 66688. What's in the middle of that? What links the 666 with the 88? The number 9. So there's your 698 linking the 666. Remember, the 98th verse is the white horse verse. What sits in the middle, the 69. But see the 698 combination there, linking the 666 with the 88. Go back to the layer cake. 698. $698 on the 86th day. 6986. He would rise on the 19th. 6988. Go back to the math. 6988. So that's either 1117 is going to end up being something in my personal life. But you see, my personal life's always been about the end times. Since day one. Because you remember that marriage, that divorce, her number's 55244. My number is 82362. She and I combined, you get 500 for Antichrist in Strong's Concordance. G500 is Antichrist in the New Testament Strong's Concordance. You got Trump's number 45. I mean, come on. And that divorce date, that's what the movie Groundhog Day is about. This is not all about you. No, it's about God. We're just people. You, me, all of us. If you're a sheep, you're here for his purpose. If you're a goat, you're here for his purpose through Satan's world. But it's all God's purpose. Goats have a job to do, and that's persecute the sheep. Everybody's got a job to do. Fallen angels have jobs to do. Do your job. That's the motto of Mystery Babylon. Do your job. Nick Saban says it all the time. Trust the process. They think they've got some sort of great outcome in their process. They don't. But at the end of the day, they don't care. Those at the top level or those really in the know, this is what they would know. Okay, big deal. We're raised, we're judged, we get hit by a flame and receive a second death. We're going to weep, we're going to gnash our teeth, big deal. Well, sheep are going to suffer too. You think we're going to be smiling during our tribulation? No, everybody's got a bad day coming. But after the sheep endure theirs for the Lord, and trust me, they can't do it unless the Lord pulls them through it. We don't free will our way through it. He ordains that we do it. And we're thankful. We then get eternal life. And it's put in our hearts to look forward to that. The goats think they have something to look forward to. They don't. But even the ones that would understand the reality of their situation, it's not put in their heart to love the Lord. And they're just like, screw it. I'll take being raised, being judged, being hit by the flame, weep and gnash my teeth. I get a second death, and then I'm in nothingness. Because, see, hell is not eternal torment. That's for the fallen angels. Fallen angels get eternal life either way. Humans die. And goat humans die twice. It's called the second death. Just as dead as you were the first time. In nothingness. And we are asleep. Lest you thought otherwise. You're not with the Lord right away. Paul said, willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. In other words, that's what he would rather be with the Lord than to be in his body. He didn't say, as soon as you die, you're with the Lord. He didn't say, to be absent from the body is to be present from the Lord. That's how people quote it. That's not what it says. Abraham's bosom was a parable. It was not a real reality story. It was a parable. The rich man and Lazarus. So that layer cake is, isn't it? That's a really, 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 really big deal. And you notice on the rising day, it's 9/11 fused with, it's got 18. 9/11 is fused with the 18, which of course is 6 plus 6 plus 6 on his rising day. That layer cake, man, that sure seems to be a big deal, doesn't it? And the way Hillary Clinton comes to 11/17 and Hillary Rodham Clinton comes to November 17th, which is of Zechariah 11:17, because we say it both ways. We say it both ways. We say November 17th and we say 11/17, Zechariah 11:17. She comes to both. So she's all about the deadly wound. So that's why she ran against Trump. Her birthday is October 26th, 2 days before the full moon. So is the event going to be that day? Or is the event going to be on 11/17? Well, going by what I go by, 2 days before full moon, October 26th hits best. Now, the 28th is a Saturday, so that would be going down on Thursday. That is not one of my biggest choices. If I had to choose a day, it would always be on a Friday, as they would copy Jesus, or a Wednesday, because Wednesday and Friday are married to each other in Norse mythology, Frigg and Odin. Friday, Frigg, goddess, the only female a day is named after. That male-female union, which they showed us. And again, Daniel Craig represents Trump. He's James Bond, he's 007, then he's layer cake here, getting shot. Trump might not even go down this year. All this math could just be breadcrumbs. Again, just like in Back to the Future, they showed you they are time travelers. Fallen angels can see the future. So they laid all this layer cake out for us, didn't they? It's very layered. But the Lord's allowing it. This is the Lord's plan. Will the Lord give us the date before it happens? I don't know. This is just a hobby. I'm just glad to be in his truth and to know the truth in his word. I don't have to know the day Trump's going to go down. And I would never know for sure anyway. We've been down this road too many times, but it really points to October 26th or November 17th through Hillary. Sir Hilary Bray was James Bond's name. Let's go ahead and go through the gematria on that. We already looked at it. It's Sir Hilary Bray. 1180 998. You know what? Let's look at all the numbers in the other calculator. Because it is interesting. You might get a date pop up. So you've got, you do have 186, 165, 75, 87. Okay. Let's go ahead and go for it. Sir Hilary Bray. I'll pause, and when I find something good, we got Phoenix rising from the ashes for starters. And all right, let me pause. Now 22 comes up. My late friend Earl was shot by his mom, which all the numbers of his death connect to all of this. The address was 3803. Do y'all see murder code there? 3883. The zip code was 33881. Do y'all see murder code there? That's my zip code too. It's Winter Haven, Florida. 38, 88. Their big number 33. Yeah, I live in the 33 and the 88. The Lord put me right here, ground zero. So Earl's address was 3803 33881. 38, 83, 38. He was killed with a 22, which ended up being my divorce date. It cost me $638 to file with the county for divorce. That was the license tag Earl was arguing with his mom over, apparently put his hands on her, and he shot her. She shot him. She shot and killed her own son. It does come to 22. 22 was on, it's still on both my phone numbers, but it was in my address, her new address, her cell phone, her new home phone, my cell phone, my home phone, my address. So it was both our addresses, both our cell phones, both our home phones had 22, and that was our divorce date. It all goes back to Earl's being shot and killed with a 22. On May 8th, which is 5/8, and Trump's got 58s everywhere. And what was that we discovered? 5847 in Strong's Concordance. What was that word we discovered? Oh, it was bat. Bat. He's Batman. But 58 specifically. Because of May 8th, I do believe. 37, which was Earl's number. Look at that. There's 37, the number for the church. Earl was born 7/27, 7 times 27 times 1960, 37044. Actually, his number is 7 times 27 times 1960. His complete number is 370,440. That 40 at the zero. You know how big 40s are for the Lord. 37 is the 12th prime number. 12 is number for the church. That's that number that goes into 666, 555, 444, 777, 888, all of them. So 22 and 37 are in Sir Hilary Bray. Apocalypse Now pops up. Tree of Knowledge. 927 pops up, the Abomination of Desolation. We will be looking for the Trump event on November 25th, rising on November 27th, full moon, because that is, November was really the 9th month, 927 out of Daniel 927, the Abomination of Desolation. I can't help but always think somehow it'll be tied to a Bible verse. That's why we love the 11:17. Or then we love November 27th, the event taking place 11:25. And then him rising on 927 for Daniel 927. All right, let's go to page 2 and look up Sir Hilary Bray. Again, that's James Bond's, the name he gave, the character he played when he, as a spy, that was his spy name, when he went into, was it Blofeld? Let's take a look at it. No Time to Die was all based on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is my favorite Bond movie, along with the 5 Daniel Craig movies. Well, thank you. Thanks for the advertisement. So yeah, Telly Savalas played Blofeld. So George Lazenby took on the name Sir Hilary Bray to infiltrate Blofeld. And remember, the big room was called the Alpine Room. And that's what the movie marquee, it was the Alpine movie theater. So Alpine is a big deal. I guess we need to take a look at that. Alpine Room on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Take me to the Alpine Room. So I wanted gematria, just that word, because what if it gives us a date? What if it says 11/17? I mean, what if it... No, numbers are pretty small. 33 and full reduction, no wonder. Mystery Babylon does love their numbers, don't they? So New York Jets, Sir Hilary Bray comes to the New York Jets, which again all goes back to 11/17, doesn't it? Because what if the Oakland Raiders? So if the New York Jets come to that, let me go back to it and find it, and then we're gonna... There it is, New York Jets 2280-990-165. But don't we want to look up Oakland Raiders? Because that's who else played on that 11/17 famous Heidi game. Got some interesting stuff like Princess Diana. It's got an 88, 818, which could also be 881 or 188, whatever. It's got Walt Disney. It's got 82, 101. I'm just going through page 1 real quick. Anyway, Sir Hilary Bray. I'm going to keep going through that. So I'll pause until I find something good.
Take me to the Alpine Room. Take me to the Alpine Room.
The Alpine Room. And on Groundhog Day, the divorce date, you've got Alpine. Movie theater. Saturday, Sunday matinee. So does it go down on a Friday? Does it go down on 11/17, which is on a Friday? Heidi 2 means the sequel to 9/11. There was no Heidi 2 movie. The Heidi movie took place on 11/17. Do you see how all of this works? Let's see if we got any comments. I saw a few, so let's go to them. B Prayer 773 says killed. Yeah. It's a direct hit, Layer Cake is. See, these actors are always playing a character, and they'll play the character throughout. And Daniel Craig's always Trump. 33 with tears. Nobody knew his name. Not said in the movie. Wanted out, but his dirty dealings and being a murderer in the movie. The circle closed, and bye Daniel Craig. LOL. Good old Andrew Carpenter. Always good to hear from Andrew. Nice. 44666. No coincidence. Yeah, I did a lot of videos that night. I don't even remember what that movie video was about, believe it or not. So I just keyed in 11/17. Oh, and you get Hillary. Yeah. And wouldn't you know, you get Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton. So can't go back and look at that comment. It'll be gone anyway. But yeah, thank you, Andrew. Good stuff. So that's very interesting. If you look at the divorce date on 2009, February 2nd times 2009, it's 8036. Well, 8 is the triangular number of 36. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 36. 36 is a triangular number of 666. And then 32 days left. If you add that in along with the 33 days, the total is 88. God, I forgot about that. It's everywhere, isn't it? That divorce date. Everything I told you is tied to Trump. Antichrist, everything. Just 332 times 2009. Again with a 666. 988 times 33rd day of the year. 22. 201, right? And then times 2 times 2 is 4. So yeah, the complete of the divorce date, all the numbers, days in the date, along with the day of the year and how many days are left in the year. All the numbers combined give me my favorite numbers, 42 and 24. Yay! But 88. First 2 digits. Go figure. It is just mind-blowing. One more tricky thing. If it's happening in November, well, this is August. This is your, see, this is the blue moon year. That's why they're all blue. They're all moons. There's 12 of them. You're like, well, there's 13 in a blue moon year. Well, she's holding a moon, the flower full moon, as she is the total solar eclipse of April 20th. She's sitting inside that corona. That's what is surrounding her, that circle. And that apple is going to roll, and what's going to burst out is the lotus flower, which was one of the flowers for May. It's all about rebirth. That's why we were sure he was going down May 3rd, rising on the flower full moon. Sure of it. Didn't happen. Well, now we see there's even juicier stuff leading up for the 26th or the November 17th. So these are the August moons, but this is the one with a big hole in the head. Well, if you say August, then you come down here and you go September, you like October, boom. It's happening on Hillary's birthday. She comes to 11/17 and November 17th. She comes to the deadly wound, but the deadly wound is on her birthday. It's happening October 26th. But if it's not, how do you make this November? Well, it could even be December. You can just count it however you want to. You can come over here and you can go January, February, March, April. She's May because that's the flower full moon. June, July. Then you come over here and you can say August. You can say September, October, November, December. The big hole in the head. You can count them however you want to. But that's the assassination. That's the big hole in the head. Even though it's to the right eye. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. Love you.